Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Limited Edition. Yeah, we're a little late here. I don't know if anybody else has heard, but I lost all my power. I'm running on a generator right now, and I'm really missing Russ right now. Shoot, like he could have been doing his stuff for the last 15 minutes without me. I have to be in my living room right now because my internet keeps kicking in and out because it's on the generator, I guess. But we're back, and I'm ready to do this. I got some great guests on tonight. We're going to talk some the newer NFTs coming out right now, some older NFTs. I'm still interested in the old stuff like Zed. I don't think Zed's that old. I still like the chicken races, and I want to get into some of the stuff with Zeneca and Poppy about the what are they called, the FVCK crystals and the art blocks. So I want to say one thing before we get going. I'm gonna miss Russ a lot, but hey, he got a really good job. He's his major was always in broadcasting, and now he has a good job now down in Ohio somewhere. He has a new girlfriend or an old girlfriend, but he spends a lot more time with her now, and he has a podcast for sports, which was always his passion. And I don't know. Let's get going. I'm gonna bring on Swicky. I'm hoping I say her name right. She told me earlier how it was said, and my wife's like, "You better ask her how to say her name," and I did. But as I said, less power. I'm all frazzled right now. I just want to do this, so let's go. Hey, Swicky, is that how you say your name?
Hi. Yes, you're right.
All right, good, good. So how's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm still trying to get all set up here. I had to like totally move my whole room around. I'm out of the basement. My kids are gonna be home in a few minutes, so I'm probably got to move in the basement again. Hopefully, the other two people come on so I can do all that while everybody else is talking. Aside from that, I mean, aside from not having power, like here's my house right now. Like, look at this crap. Like, it it's just so
Oh
dark.
no, your
It's
fans.
hot. It's really hot. Like I have three hairless cats now, and they're so hot in this house that they are coming downstairs now without a blanket. Like any normal time of the year, they're always under a blanket because they're always freezing cold. They act like, and now they're like, we're hot. It's 80 degrees. 80 degrees on my level. It's probably like 89 up there. I want to go back in the basement, but I have to wait for other people to come on so I can move it down. So, anyway, introduce yourself to everybody here.
Oh, so I'm Swicky. I started an NFT with Top Shot, and then I got an ape, and then I got a second ape, and then I started making my own NFTs, and then now I'm on my well, third or fourth collection now. So I've just been a part of the community. I'm not doing like spreadsheets like Zeneca, or have a
No, I don't
podcast
think
like
anybody
Crypto
is.
Poppy. But I'm around every day and I interact.
Yeah, so tell us about this ape that you have. Like, you have a really special ape, don't you?
Yeah, so well, I have my minted ape, which is still in the family, but it's not in my wallet anymore. And I have Kiki, who's the Punks comic ape, and she was bought on secondary because I had plans for an ape to kind of like get into Punk's comics and do all kinds of famous people things. Because as I see it, it's like an investment. If you are going to get an ape, you should do something with it. So for me, like I put her in the Punk's comic running and she won. And now she's going to be in that. And she's got a couple of things coming up. One of them is she's going to be on a billboard in Hong Kong over by the Ferris wheel. So there's that.
That's
Hey,
really, really cool. Like, how
Was
many people were involved in that whole thing? Like, that you like had to beat out a lot of people for that, like the punk comics?
I think there were like 4 voting rounds. So yeah, there were 4 voting rounds. So I had to go through like maybe 4 to 5 weeks of voting. But more exciting than that is that she's got a merch deal with a streetwear designer.
Oh, nice.
So once the Punks comic stuff gets kicking, she's gonna kind of like be her own thing. And I think she's like way more popular than I am. Like people have no idea who I am, but they know Kiki, so it's really funny.
Do you have her pulled up so you can share her?
Let me pull her up
I
real
know
quick.
it's your avatar on Discord and maybe Twitter too.
Yeah, I usually have her on because
Yes,
I
it's on
mean,
Twitter. I see her.
she's usually like the reason that's how people now recognize me. If I put my face on there, I don't even think anybody would talk to me because they wouldn't even recognize me, you know?
I hear that a lot from people. We're like I had no friends at all on Twitter until I posted my ape, and now I have 1 million friends. I have it right here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I could
Yeah,
share my screen too. I finally pulled her up.
Oh no, you can go ahead. I was just pulling it up real quick. That's pretty cool ape though. I mean, it's pretty unique. Like it has the bones and all that around the neck. How many have that?
Yeah. I bought her at like 0.7, and that was right before everybody went to like, you know, like crazy, and it got like way above that.
Oh, for sure. Like those things like went nuts though. Because what I remember is at one point I had 2 crappy apes, like I guess floor apes, not crappy, but floor apes. And I think I sold them both for like 0.5. And oh my gosh, what's the floor now at like 8 ETH or something? It's so gross.
Me and Crypto Poppy were just talking about that yesterday because he sold some apes as well, like at a really, really low rate.
What did NFT got? You're saying the floor for apes is at 8?
No, I don't know what it is.
Higher.
It's 14. Yeah, it's 14.
Yeah, it's much
14.
higher.
Yeah.
An ape cost about, I can't even do that math. What's 14 times 32? A lot. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, I didn't know, but I sold my ape like 3 months ago before any of this stuff came. Nothing was there yet. And I didn't like my ape at all. I should have probably sold it and bought 2 different better ones. I remember there was a couple guys that were in Swampland, not Squanchland Discord, and they had I'm not gonna say their names, but one dude had the laser eyes, like the awesome like rainbow or whatever laser eyes, and he sold it for like 4 ETH. I bet that thing's going for what, like 80 ETH now or even more.
Oh no, more. We had a 400 ETH sale yesterday.
Yeah.
$1.2 million sale yesterday. So laser eyes are going to be in the couple hundred ETH, guaranteed. At this point.
He sold it for 4 ETH, but this was 3 months ago before we knew any of this was going to happen. Like I didn't know this was going to happen, but the thing is, the apes were pretty much the first PFP that come out that actually looked really cool, and everybody just joined, and they have a great audience and they have a great following behind them. So I love them. I mean, I love them now. I wish I would have held on to my lame one.
I got a question for Swicky. Important question. Swicky, do you have a price that you would let Kiki go for?
Currently, no. I mean, there is a price, but I would have to say it would have to be in the millions for me. It would have to be after Punk's comics too, because I mean, if somebody came to me and they were like $10 million, I'd be like, let's consider this for sure.
But not a million. Not a million.
I would have to consider it because like she's not even like on her way yet, you know, it's not even started yet. So I would consider it, but I would have to really think about it.
Good for you, man. You've got way, way more diamond hands than me.
I do have diamond hands. I'm crazy about it. Like people have gotten rid of so many things that are still in my wallet, and I'm like, nope, I'm not getting. I still have 2 Punks comics.
I sold both my. Actually, I had 8 Punks comics. Like I had so many of them, and I ended up selling them all only because of you.
Don't blame me, bro.
It was all you. It was that night with your show. You're like, oh, I hate them. I sold them for almost at a loss.
Hold on.
And the next day he went, no.
I remember this happening. I knew this was going to come up. You all can go watch. You all can go watch the video if you feel like it. I said to NFT God, he said, "Should I sell?" I said, "Dude, this is not a financial situation for me. I dumped my comics. I said,
definitely financial. You said you better sell. You're gonna lose a lot of money.
I said I dumped my comics because I will not do business with people I do not trust, and I left it at that. And I am very happy to not own Punk's comics, and I don't really care what happens to them. And I did say that. Keep that in mind, that it was not financial because
you did.
They're doing well, and I think they'll continue to do well. So no hate on the product itself, but I invest in people that I like.
I will say one thing though. Although I sold my Punk comics, and although I sold my apes, I'm still in DAOs that have apes and Punk comics, so I still have fractionalized interest in both. I'm gonna relocate. While I do that, Crypto Poppy and Zeneca, will you guys both introduce yourself?
Sure.
Just ignore my screen for a minute, okay?
Zeneca, what's up, man? It's good to finally meet you face to face.
Yeah, you too.
Let us know who you are, buddy.
Yeah, so you can call me Zeneca, you can call me Roy, my real name. I think that's out there already. So yeah, I mean, I've been in the NFT space for a few months, and I'm just enjoying the wild ride. It's been crazy. Before this, I was a professional poker player for like 15 years. So that's how I got, like, I guess, introduced to crypto and NFTs, because a lot of poker players made that sort of transition. It's sort of natural, I think, working with numbers and non-traditional jobs. So yeah, I mean, when my friends started talking about NFTs earlier this year, obviously I thought they were getting scammed, buying JPEGs for tens of thousands of dollars. But eventually I did some research and it stuck, and yeah, here we are.
Nice. Now, you play a very important role in NFT Twitter, man. And, first of all, if people that are watching are not following Zeneca, then what the hell are you doing? Because this dude is literally one of the most important people to follow in NFT Twitter. And tell us why. Tell us what it is that you do and the role that you play.
Sure. So I basically tweet out daily stats every day of most of the major projects that are in NFTs. Not all of them. I can't do all of them. Just it's not possible. But I'll tweet out like the floor price, how many are listed, and unique owners. They're the three big ones. And it all really started like 6-7 weeks ago, just because I was getting into trading NFTs and I had my own spreadsheet, and I was like, well, I'm going to track these 6 projects that I'm in. And I mean, there really weren't that many out back then. And then I chatted with some friends and they were pretty interested in it. And so I thought, hey, let me tweet it out. And just the reception it got, like everyone really loved seeing these stats. So I started adding a few more projects. And, if you go back and look at like the first week, there was like eight projects there. And now there's like 90. It's ridiculous. And I'm taking stuff off every day. So yeah.
Bro, I loved it. I'm telling you, I loved it when you came along. Like, when I was an NBA Top Shot and not in NFTs, there was Greg Murray and Taylor Stein, like awesome guys who were tweeting this kind of stuff for NBA Top Shot, and I relied on that data heavily. And I would, as soon as I started to degen into NFTs, I kept wondering when we were going to get someone like that, and you popped up, man. And from the day I followed you, I thought, man, this is like incredible data that you give us, actionable data that we can do things with. Have you always had this kind of like analytical mind? Is that your style?
I mean, I've always liked numbers. I've always liked analyzing things and looking at the stats. I think that just sort of comes with the package. When you're a poker player, you have to be minded that way, I think, to be successful. But I've never thought of myself, and I don't think others have thought of me as like a data analyst or someone who has deals with like deep dives on data. It's just not. I mean, there's much smarter people than me who do much better analysis and digging into data than like mine's basic stuff. I just get it from OpenSea for the most part, add it to a spreadsheet, and then say some things about it. But yeah.
Awesome, man. You're doing awesome. So again, if you're not following him, please go following him.
All right, I'm back. I have to say one thing. I did not know you were a poker player. Like, that's really cool. Like, I come from my background's sports cards, but I'm a big I was never a pro poker player, but I've been playing poker since I was like 15 years old. Oh, also, since Russ has left the show, we are allowed to swear again.
You weren't allowed to swear?
Yes, we are allowed to swear again. Like we were keeping it family friendly because he was using these as a pretty much his resume to get his new job. So we were keeping it very family friendly for him. But so where were you a poker pro at? Like Nevada or where at?
Mostly online. So I'm from
online.
Australia originally. I mean, I would say I played 90% online. I'd still travel to casinos and play in person, but it was not the majority of my play.
Which sites?
I mean, all of them, but I guess later on, mostly PokerStars, just because it was the site. Yeah, they sponsored me for a little while, so that was an interesting period. But yeah, in the early days, I played on all the sites, but then later on, it was basically just PokerStars.
What about Full Tilt? Did they ever sponsor you, or you play on that?
They didn't sponsor me. I did play on them when they were around.
I played
they were the big two, really.
I played on PokerStars and Full Tilt until they all got banned in the United States.
And Black Friday.
It sucked, dude. I never even collected all my money. Like I probably it's probably gone now. The government seized it and they held it in escrow, and you had to sign up. I never did it. It was only maybe $200, but still, that sucks. That's awesome though. So AS95, he's in Squanch.
Yeah.
He's a poker.
I didn't know him. Didn't know him from poker, or at least yeah.
Oh, I didn't know anybody before that. We're all we're all just a whatever you call that, something pool. I can't remember the name. Someone knows the name.
Cesspool.
Yes, that's what we are. We're cesspool of degens.
We're 3-month-old degens, all of us, right? 3, 4, 5-month-old degens. That's it.
Yeah, January. Well, I'm January. That's when I joined Top Shot.
There you go.
I joined Top Shot, and then my first NFT outside of Top Shot was it was actually NFT blocks, no boxes, NFT block boxes, and but I didn't get that. I got a original from one of the guys. I love this artwork that was in the first Genesis of art boxes, and then I bought his art boxes. It's the dude. It's his face is melting, and they're playing that crazy rave music in the background. I love it. It's my favorite NFT I own. But aside from that, I don't know. Let's talk about one of these projects we were talking about earlier. I want to start off with Zeneca, man. Tell us something we don't know about these AB blocks.
Art blocks, huh?
I already said it. Art blocks.
Something you don't know. Well, it's hard because I don't know what you do know. But let's something that I think a lot of people don't know, including me.
Something that people who don't follow you yet on Twitter don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say something interesting about art blocks is that a lot of people, when they're buying and selling them or looking at them, they just see them on OpenSea, and that's by far not the best or the correct way to look at them. If you go to the art blocks website, they have their own live generator, and it'll be bigger resolution, better quality. But there's also a lot of interactivity with a lot of the art blocks pieces. And so I'm still finding stuff out today that hey, that piece has sound to it, or hey, you can click these buttons and it animates or it moves things around. So I think that there's a lot more to the art blocks art than just what you see on OpenSea.
Wow. I did not know that. Straight up.
Yeah. There's this one called 720 minutes, and it's an animated thing, but it's literally a clock as well. You can just have a digital display and show it as a clock. And there's 1 minute of the day where for that minute, it just goes crazy and pixels go crazy and it just animates. And it's really cool when you find that out and see it. And a lot of them have Easter eggs like that.
Yeah. And you also posted a site I saw earlier, or about a week or two ago, where it actually shows you the rarities of all the art blocks as they're being made. What's that site? If you want, you can post it over in the corner. That's a really cool site.
Rarity.guide is probably the site that I use for rarities of art blocks. Yeah.
Now you post these things pretty much every day, from what I can tell. So, in your opinion, do you like art blocks or do you like the fuck crystals? Is that what they're called? Fuck crystals?
I think so. I don't know how to pronounce it other than that.
It's a V there. I don't know. I'm just wondering. So which one do you prefer? Which one do you? Not monetary, just straight up. If you were
keep it forever, which one would you pick?
I mean, it's hard to say because I mean, on Art Blocks there's 130 odd projects and they're all different. But
There's so many, yes.
Yeah. I would say, I mean, they're different as well. But I would go Art Blocks just because I have a very strong affinity to the whole platform.
So,
But nothing against the crystals. I have several crystals and I'm holding them because I think that there's going to be a lot of utility added in the future and they're going to be cool to have.
now you have to have a special key to buy them, right?
Beg your
Or
pardon?
no?
The
I thought
crystals?
you'd have, like, I thought you'd have like a special.
No, so with the crystals, what they did was they essentially, if you had a previous piece of his artwork, you could burn it and receive 2 crystals. And there was like a window open an hour before the public mint. And so that was maybe what you're thinking of as the key. And so maybe half of them got minted that way. And then there was just a public sale.
Yeah, I find the floor right now super interesting. I've been looking at it today. I'm pretty close to taking a plunge, and it's dropped quite a bit. Man, we got some paper hands up in there.
Yeah.
And I'll probably make a move on that floor pretty soon, to be honest.
It's what, like 1.5 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here I go.
Crazy.
All right, let's hear your take on this, Swicky.
I actually don't. I tried for many weeks to get art blocks, curated art blocks, but I got outgassed, and then I missed. Yeah, I missed the Dutch auction last week, I guess it was. So I'll probably try for it. Although I'm not really into the one that is either coming up or just happened.
Tomorrow,
I think. Yeah, I wasn't really like into that, and I know probably some people are like they don't care if they're into that or not. But I want to get one that at least I like. So
that's the golden rule of art blocks. Buy what you love.
Yeah, because sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was just thinking out loud.
Oh no, I was like just saying like even if I don't sell it for any reason in the future, at least I like it. That's all.
Yeah, that's how I think about all NFTs. Like I rarely ever buy anything that I don't mind holding forever in case it just goes to shit. Like in case it just goes to nothing. Like sometimes I do because we have these rarity tools and we have the data scrapers and whatnot. But I mean, usually I buy the things that I would keep forever, and I only buy things that I would show my kids too. Like I totally avoided the stripper things. I totally avoided those those punch father whatever the hell they were that he loved. I don't know. You guys want to talk about the? I don't know.
I know the stripper thing. I don't know the other thing. Yeah.
It was the guys and it was the people in sexual positions.
Oh, Kama Gang.
Oh, the Kama Sutras.
Kama Gang.
Yeah.
The Kama Gang.
Yeah.
That was funny though.
I didn't mean to say punch father, but I just remember he was the first person I ever heard talk about him, and then all of a sudden I see them. They went for a lot of money, but I avoided them because I have 2 daughters at home, so I try to keep everything safe because I want them to be involved in NFTs one day. Right now, my kids are like, oh, I can just record it on my phone, or I can take a picture and I can see it anytime. Like, yeah, but you don't own that mint. You don't own the mint number, and they're like, I don't know what that is. I don't care. It's like you will one day. Because I basically tell them it's basically like playing your Fortnite game, and you own that character, and you can take it out of the game and put it anywhere else you want. Because once you get the metaverse, that's what's going to happen. You can pull any of your NFTs. Like, shoot, one day, like say I have a Zed horse, and say I have a goblin, I can put my goblin on my Zed horse and have him riding around this metaverse one day. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to be? And it'll probably all be in VR, like Ready Player One. Earlier on the show, I had the Ebbs on here, Chris Ebbs from he's the Zed Run guy.
Yeah.
And he was talking about basically this whole thing. He loves that movie, and if you know his background, he actually has I think he did like Lego Movie or something. Like he did some crazy animation for a big movie, and he was basically saying like eventually one day in Zed Run it'll be like all VR, and you could be on this horse going like into races. We're like going like in roller coaster races and stuff, like upside down and stuff. Like that'd be awesome. Like the future is endless. Like we're like what do you? Let me ask you. Like you probably know. One of you, anybody might know actually. What do you think the percentage of the world is actually in NFTs right now? Like less than 1%? 1%?
Percent of
Less
the
than-
world?
Very little.
Less than
Yeah.
0.00001%.
Yeah.
It's so low, right? And I think it has a huge future, and I don't really see it dying, especially if oh wait, we have to ask this question. Someone has a question. How about Swicky drop today? What
Oh.
happened?
I sold, I think I had 77 pictures up and 50 of them sold today. So I have a few more to go, but that's pretty good. They all went in an hour or so.
Congrats. Can we lick them here?
Yeah, put them over there. Lick them right there in the
sure.
side.
Well, I dropped 4 collections. So I
What
will.
are they called? They're like moonbeams?
No, so
Oh,
I have an art collection or like a digital art collection, and those are called moonbeams. But I have like 5 cameras, and I actually graduated with an MFA from USC Film School. So
nice.
I was a huge camera head, and I have all these pictures and just traveling everywhere, and I never really did anything with them. They were just for me. But I always wanted to do something with them, and then this kind of this was the perfect opportunity to do it. And I really had a good time, like going through everything and putting collections together. So I'll link them here.
Hey, I apologize to anybody who's listening or watching, and all you, my guests. I've never hosted a show. This is my first one, so just bear with me. I always had Russ, and like he always had command of the whole room, and he always did everything so great. So I'll get the hang of this.
You're doing a
great.
great job.
Thank you. And yeah, and I had we started 15 minutes late, which sucks, and I apologize if there's anything that's not right. That's all I'm going to have to say. I have a question for anybody that's here. I posted on Twitter today. Someone in the Squanchland asked me today this question, and I might have the answer. It might be this America. I'll just share the screen. He asked me this question though. He said he's looking for a female artist who does before-after pictures. Starts with like a cube, then creates art by deleting pixels and makes beautiful scenery pics. Example, she started once with an orangish sand color, then it became an Egyptian pyramid with fine details. Do you know who this is?
Maybe Queen Alien?
Queen Alien.
Like fractals? Is that what they mean?
I have no idea. It's like the guy, his name's like Hushian. He's in there with us, so I figure I would post it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Showed her this stuff. That looks maybe like it. Yeah, maybe. I was just wondering. I know you guys have your eyes on the whole NFT space. I've been kind of down and out the last week, and then my power went out yesterday, and it really sucks because I have to do the drop in the ruse on. I'm not gonna say a day yet today, but next week. And I mean, it's just like, come on, man. It's like somebody out there does not want these things to come out. Like
NFT God, bro, you've been a busy man. We know that, man. You've been hard at work. We know you got a big project coming up. I'm freaking excited as hell for that project. And why don't you tell everybody what you're up to? I know you can't say when you're going to reveal, but when you're going to when we're going to be able to mint the project. But tell us, man. Tell us about what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll tell you definitely. Yeah, the only reason I can't give the date out, because I already gave a date out earlier, then I had to say no. But I gave enough notice to everybody so that you would not be like, I always hate when you go to mint and they're like, oh, we can't do it today, we're going to postpone, or something happens. So I gave everybody over 2 days notice. I'm like, no, we're not going to do it. And basically right now everything's done. I'm just waiting for the 2 devs. I have my Python dev, and then I have my blockchain dev, and I'm just waiting for them both to say go, and then I'm going to give everybody 2 days notice as soon as they say go. So basically what it is, as I said to everybody, my name's all over the whole project. I'm not one of these anonymous guys that sit behind the scenes and nobody knows who they are. Everybody knows who I am. So if I don't fulfill what I say I'm going to fulfill, I burnt my whole name. Like, I'm dead. My whole reputation's dead. And I don't know what my reputation is, but I think it's pretty good. I mean, I give away a lot of stuff. People call me good stuff, so I think it's pretty good. And the only reason I'm even doing this project is because my sophomore year roommate, he's an artist. He graduated with several masters, and he actually teaches graphic design and animation, a bunch of courses down at some college in Miami. It's a graduate college, and so yeah, he has experience. He's been doing this stuff since he was like, I don't know, whatever, 16. And the thing is, many artists in the real world, they're like, everybody heard the thing, starving artists, poor artists. Like, a lot of artists, like back in the day, they never really, their stuff wasn't ever valuable until pretty much they died, it seemed. Like, very few, unless you're like a special Banksy's who nobody even knows. But aside from that, the dude's working like 4 jobs right now, and for the last 3 weeks, he's been pretty much not doing any of the other work, and he's been just focusing on these kangaroos, these Roo Crew. And I'll have to say this. I don't know what you guys think about the other projects out there, but I love the kangaroos, and I'm a very, very critical skeptic about everything. And he probably has hated me a lot in the last 3 months or 3 weeks, because I have been like, I zoom in on these kangaroos, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Or I've been so very, very meticulous about everything. Every single thing. And I have another team of guys. I have 5 guys behind me that are looking at everything. So to get to the story, a lot of these projects you see out there right now, they have like 10,000 things, and they have like, some have up to 9 different traits, and maybe 13, whatever it is. So out of those 13, they have like maybe like 6 or 7 different things involved. Some have 20, but that's only for like 1. This guy, he went crazy, and I had to basically go through 2,800 pictures, 2,800 different pictures, which are all different traits, and rename them all, and then recode them all so that they all show up in OpenSea correctly, so that we can do the whole rarity thing. And aside from that, I had them also make as I said earlier, I come from the sports card background. So, like, say you open up these, a lot of people, like, and you guys ever do sports cards or anything like that? Probably not. Okay, so here's how it works. Like, you either buy your pack, which you're not going to get anything good from a regular pack, or you buy a box. You might get something good. Then you buy a case. If you buy a case, then you are guaranteed to get something good. So a lot of times I go into these things on eBay and stuff. So, like, say you wanted like Ronald Acuna, baseball player. You'd be like, all right, I want the Atlanta Braves. So you have to bid on eBay to get Atlanta Braves. So when they open up this big case, they would all right, I'll show that. So you open this big case, and anybody they got from Atlanta Braves, you would get. And that's a side point. What matters is, like, just going back to basketball. Say you got a Zion Williamson rookie card autographed with signature and the number on the bottom. So they only made 1 of those. That's like the gem mint of anything. That's like getting the number 1 or the jersey of a LeBron Kobe moment, the Kobe tribute moment. So what we did was, for these kangaroos, yeah, right now he's showing the ambassadors. These are, the apes did this too. The apes had their own ambassador / whatever they call it collection. And I will actually show you guys who they are. So up here in the top left, that's Wade's ETH. The next one, can you guess who that is?
Dingling.
Yeah, you can tell the balloon.
Balloon.
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hidden there, because I don't want to offend Ghost. Dingling does own that Ghost, so that will not be in the 5,000. That's only for him, and he owns that. He owns it. The next one is he's a famous guy. You're Australian. Do you know who he is, Enika?
Probably not.
His name's Chop Chop. He's
Nope.
Chop. He's like
Oh,
some,
Chopper Reed.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah.
I made that, or I didn't make it. The artist made that specifically for Chris Ebbs, the Zed Run guy. The next one, that's me. That's just some Lions guy. The next one will be given to somebody that's in the Rue Crew Discord. I have not figured out who it's going to be yet. Basically, I'm going to have 3 different levels of people that did 1 of 3 things. I'm going to put them in a raffle. There's probably be 3 to 5 people, and whoever wins gets it. The next one, this one down there in the bottom left, that's like my favorite one. The artist made that artwork when he was back in college as a freshman. It's called Nothing Art. And I'll get into that after we do the drop. What he's going to actually do for this is he's going to have a bunch of raffles for his artwork, his one-of-one artwork that he's done over the last 20 years. And you can only participate if you own a room. That one's from Fred Polvalsky. Fred's name was Fred. The next one, Doofy. We made that one for Doofy. And then the next one's just a regular dude. And then the last one is just something. Yeah, that's for Doofy.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Look at this flag. Look at look at the detail, man. Like the ripples in the flag. Like this is, man. I've seen way too many 10K projects with art that literally you could tell just came out of Shutterstock and slapped 3 images on them. You know, one in particular that's mooning like crazy.
Oh, we lost. He clicked the wrong thing.
Did he click? Yeah.
Yeah.
he went to close the window, but yeah.
He left.
Yeah, none of the other ones have that trait at all. They don't. And as I said, there's 2,800 different traits. So, like, nobody is going to get even close to the same one at all. Like, there's 2,420 different just base rules, and the base rules are basically not even sport, gender, color, the eyes, the nose, and the tail, or the mouth and the tail. So there's 2,400 of those, and then you have another like 1,000 traits you stack onto all of that. So pretty much, if you want to own a piece of art and call it your own, and not have anybody else say, "Oh, I have the exact same one, but a different background color or something stupid," like I hate, we're like, "Oh, I got your cousin or your brother," but I mean that's pretty much all I want to say about the ruse. I'm gonna do a couple Twitter spaces on it before we launch, and I'm gonna do another video before it. But I don't want to take up all the time with that.
Do we know the price, NFT God? Is that something you can talk about now?
Yes, there's gonna be 5,000 of them, and I'm not gonna change it now. It's 0.05 ETH. So I know ETH went up, so now it's like 180 versus 120 when we first launched. But I asked you, I have to say 2 more things about it, because 10% of the project is going to go to a community wallet, and anybody in the community, I already have 2 people that are going to run it. They're going to do polls and proposals and everything, and we're going to just keep buying in, and we'll get back dividends when we make profit. And 5% is going to go to charity, and it's I have 2 charities in line right now. One charity is basically koalas and kangaroos that are endangered now because of the fire. Koalas more because of the fires, but the other charity I really like is basically we're going to send 1 or 2 people who own a kangaroo, to Australia, and they're going to work inside of as a volunteer inside of one of these habitats for kangaroos, but we get to pay for it because we get to pay for the room and board and all that. And they could take pictures and send videos back every day and show us what they're doing. It's like 1 to 4 weeks, depending on how much money you want to pay. And I don't know. I'm running the thing. I'm not going to do it. But whoever owns a room, I mean, they can all say, "Hey, I want to go do this," and we'll pay for. We'll try to pay for airfare too if there's money involved. But if we have enough money, we'll pay for whatever is needed. But we're definitely going to pay for the room and board.
Well, my
So-
sister
Very
lives in
cool.
Australia, and I'd love an excuse to go see her. And regardless,
There you go,
I'm
man.
minting some ruse, man.
There you go. So aside from ruse now, like I'll tell you guys what, I'm so pumped, man. I've been so nervous about the last week. I never sleep anyway, but I slept even less. And I already told her earlier. She said you didn't even sleep last night. Did you take a nap today?
Not really. No, I closed my eyes for like 5 minutes, but
Whoever this is, this guy's correct. I don't know the name, but
yeah.
I'm sure. I hate sleeping. Like that's probably AS95, right? Because he always says that stuff to me. So all
Or
right, so
chicken.
we're done with that stuff. Like what other
Hey,
projects do you guys
can I
have?
show you guys what I got today?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Oh, you got one of those.
Like, yeah, you can't really see it.
No.
Yeah.
What size is that and what company? Because there's a few of them out now.
Oh, there you go. It's better
Yeah,
that way.
it looks all right.
I've got both. I've got today the Nifted arrived, and a couple days ago the My Moments arrived.
Do you have
Oh,
the
wow.
wall? Is that the wall one? The other one?
The wall one's coming any day now. I don't know why they didn't ship them together. I did
Yeah.
negotiate for the first. I think it's the first wall one, to be honest. They gave it away, and I traded it for a Steph Curry moment, and
Oh,
that
which
should
one?
be here.
Steph Curry.
His series one, like
Ooh.
it was $300 when I bought the moment. That I know. It was like
Yeah,
a
but that
couple
one.
a couple weeks ago. It's down to like 250 or something like that. But it
So
doesn't matter.
the,
Like for me, I'll trade that all day long. It wasn't really the value of the moment or anything. Like I really wanted to have, especially if it really is the first one that they shipped. I'm super pumped to have it, and I'm gonna hang it up and do a review on this one, the big one, the My Moments. I'm like a fanatic of not just NFTs, but bringing NFTs into like the physical space, so I can start to show my friends what this stuff is all about. Like I had a friend telling me yesterday when I told him that an ape sold for $1.2 million. He said, you cannot. There is no way you could ever explain to me why somebody would value a picture for $1.2 million. I said, I'll get you there, man. We're going to talk. Don't worry. Let me spend a month with you, and I'll get you to the point where you understand why people are spending this kind of money.
No, it's the exact same thing as a baseball card or a piece of art to me. It's just not fungible. I mean, and the thing is, as I try to explain to my kids, like, dude, you guys pay, like, I still do. I'm paying my kids like they're like, hey, daddy, can you get me $5 in Robux? Hey, daddy, can you give me $10 in Minecraft dollars? Because they want to buy these skins, and it's the exact same thing except for you own it and it's minted in a serial number that you know the number, so it's gonna be limited edition versus a million people that own it. Like that's the difference to me. And
even more important than that, listen, Swicky's like a real life I think pioneer of this is that that $1.2 million is an investment in a brand. And if you play your cards right and you take that ape and you monetize that ape, $1.2 million is going to be real cheap when a corporation comes along like Nike or whoever it is and says, I'm buying that brand. So that's really what a lot of this is about, even beyond owning something that's scarce or has a serial number. So,
dude, her it's gonna be in Hong Kong on a huge billboard. Like that's gonna definitely garner attention from companies over in Hong Kong. Like they're like, whoa, like you could, and you own that. So
well, it's there during Christie's too, up until Christie's.
Oh,
Christie's is in
nice.
September, so it's 10 apes. So I'm not the only one, but I'm the only girl, the only female ape. And I mean, this was even before Christie's even came up, but it just so happens that it's going to be at the same time, and that's perfect. And the way that I explain it to people too is like my friends, they don't understand. So I just say it's basically cartoon stocks. Like that's what we're pretty much dealing with, you know? So if anybody doesn't understand, I just kind of throw that and then they're like, oh, okay. But then they still don't understand, like, well, but where, like, what is it? Where does it live? Or like, where does it go? And then you have to explain the blockchain, you know?
You won't have to explain it to them. When they see your ape on a freaking commercial while they're watching Netflix, well, they don't have commercials, but whatever, you know what I mean. When they literally see your ape on an ad when they're browsing through Facebook, you will not have to explain it to them anymore. It'll just click.
Yeah.
So
and I actually have a friend who recently texted me and was like, she's in advertising. She's like, my company is just now starting to talk about NFTs. And she's been like watching my journey since like March or something. And she's like, do you want to come in? I'm like, not for free. Like, we don't do this for free anymore around here, you know?
No way. No way. Yeah, if somebody approached me right now, like, I might help them out a little bit, but I'm not going to give them the full-blown experience. No way. I mean, not
to outsiders, no. I mean, like, in the community, I'm always happy to share anything. Yeah.
Oh, in the community, if somebody that's new and is not a corporation or a company that is looking just to make money off of it, yeah, I would definitely help them out. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. I will say one thing though. I have one investor. He was my law school. He was my law school buddy, and he actually invested in the Root Crew. He knows nothing at all about NFTs, but he trusts me. He's like, "Yep, I'll invest in you based on your enthusiasm of what you know." Because I talked to him all about NFTs. He's like, he kind of just blows it off. But once it's like, hey, I will give you this amount of money if you invest this amount. He's like, all right, I'll do it. And I told him, like, hey, if I don't sell any, you get nothing back. It's like, all right, whatever. But the thing is, like, now that he's part of this, there's no way he's not going to be involved in this stuff. He's going to come in, he's going to bring his people in, and his people have money too. And it just creates everything. You guys see that Coke just sold something on OpenSea. It was an auction. It was like a 101. Like, what did it end up going for? It was
I didn't even hear about that.
A lot.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't keep up with it. They sold it was actually a couple weeks ago. The more important one to talk about was today. There was an auction for a Olympian who put a picture of herself. I can't remember what she called it.
The girl that did this.
Yeah.
Michaela something.
Yeah.
And she said, my NFT is going to sell for $1 million. Guess what happened? Nobody bought it.
Nobody bought it?
Nobody bought it. You can't come in here with that attitude. We won't buy it. We'll take an anonymous team with 3 Russian men behind it pretending to be women, but we ain't going to buy some Olympians NFT.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
One thing, Eminem, he launched his on Nifty, and I got one, and it went down in price. Like, I actually got profit off of it, but it never went up. I think it's only because it's on Nifty too. Like, yeah. Did any of you guys do that conference over the last 2 days with Cuban and Roham? I signed up as a VIP. I paid $100, but my power went out, so I missed both of them. It was Cuban and Roham, but I did make the after hours things today, and was kind of, I'm not gonna say bad stuff about it, but they were only talking about wax. It's like, what is?
No,
like, I don't get that. That's all
not wax.
About. That's all they were talking about. And
I would rather get rug pulled by 3 Russian men all day long than use wax.
I know, but they were like the whole time they were talking about something called like green rabbit. They kept talking about this green rabbit thing. I'm like, dude, nobody's gonna buy your crap if it's not on OpenSea or ETH. Like, they're not. Like, it's dead on arrival pretty much. But apparently they have a huge following. I don't know, man. Oh wait, what's this guy? What is he saying over here? Oh, what's he talking about? I don't even know what he's talking about. Oh, is that you talking?
Oh, because he said, but you don't own a stoner cat. And I was like, who could afford the gas? Like, what normal person could afford the gas on that? That was like somebody like lost $5,000 in gas. That's crazy.
There's
Well,
plenty of
probably-
stoner cats at a decent price right now if you want to go
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
yourself
Below
one.
minimum.
Are they
I'm
less
sure.
than? Are they
Yeah.
less than 0.35?
No, but they're
No.
like last time I checked, they were 0.5, 0.55, but that people paid more than that with gas.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really know too much about like Ashton Kutcher, but that seemed like a total money grab. Like you're basically buying this thing to watch their cartoon or something. That's how it's described to me? So I bowed out. Like, do you have a better view of it than I do?
My only
mean,
positive. Sorry, go ahead, Swicky.
No, you go ahead, please.
I was gonna say my only positive take on it is that at least it might bring net new people into the space that don't understand this space. So, and that, you know what? If it does, then we're all the better for it. They had a crappy experience with gas. You know what? Everybody's got to have that first gas experience when they pass a lot of gas. And you know what? They learned. They actually did refund everyone yesterday.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
They did.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was a good move on their part.
Yeah.
It was. They got their stimmy. They reacted to the feedback that they got from their community, and they brought in a whole net new bunch of people. So I'm not going to complain. I don't own one, and I probably won't. But hey, look, I just think it's the beginning of potentially a lot of new faces coming in, and if that means Hollywood's coming in and they're trying to find ways to monetize this space, then we'll probably all be the better for it.
Hey, Crypto
And
Pop.
I used to actually sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Your turn, Swicky.
Yeah.
No, I just was gonna say that I actually was an intern at Catalyst Network with Ashton, and even though
wow.
even though a lot of he's not very well liked outside of Hollywood circles or whatever, he was one of the first angel investors in many startups, and he did his homework on a lot of tech companies, and he's very, very smart in that regard. So even though Stoner Cats seems like a cash grab, I'm pretty sure, and I mean, I don't even know him personally. I worked with him a couple of times. Hey. But I just don't think that he's really of the money. I mean, he doesn't even really need the money.
Yeah,
it's
I would
more
say the
like
same thing.
first to
That's
the
what I was
blockchain.
wondering
We don't
now.
really have a series. We don't have entertainment on blockchain necessarily. So I think this is more just a gesture,
Yeah.
All right, so I want to say something now. Just the Crypto Poppy. You see how she's able to type back to people? Why can't I do that when I'm on your show?
I don't know, bro. I'm just I'm just a degen, man. I'm just a degen pretend YouTuber, and I can't figure out why you can't type. I don't know why. I've looked it up. I don't know why.
I was just wondering because I see she's typing back to everybody all the time, but when
I
I'm on
know.
your show, I never can.
I
Which, by
have
the
your
way-
I have your Twitch stream up, and then I have our stream up.
Where are you
Oh,
typing?
you're
Because
doing
I
it
can't
on
type.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you're
you
on
just
Twitch.
She's typing on
You
you
Twitch.
go to your Twitch, and then you just mute the channel, and then I can see you guys in our stream, but then I type to everybody else.
So it wasn't me.
All right.
All right, guys, I have
I know
to take
he has
off
to
because I
leave.
have a meeting with my accountant. As much fun as that's about to be.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
Zeneca, before you leave, I'm saying it right, Zeneca.
Yeah.
Before you leave, type in your blog, not your blog, your blog. What's that on? Medium?
That's on Substack. Hang on, I gotta go to
Substack.
Twitch now
Sorry.
and type this in. It's someone else can type it in. It's zeneca33.substack.com. If someone else could type that.
Zeneca.
And you're
33.
at Zeneca33 on Twitter. Is that right?
At Zeneca_33.
_33. 33.
Yeah.
And you've just launched a podcast, I know, with another Bored Ape.
Yeah,
right?
trueboardapes.com. I probably should have plugged that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. We launched it this week, and it's nothing analytical. It's not about the data. It's just we've been buddies for 15 years. So we just talk about NFTs and have fun.
All I know is, dude,
That's fun.
if anybody's not following you, as he said earlier, they're doing it wrong because the stuff you put out pretty much every day is just it's better than anybody else's stuff that I've seen.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I read
100%.
it every time.
So do I, and I read your Substack too. I subscribe to it and I get the emails, so I read that too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good stuff, man. Well, you have a great night, and good luck.
Yeah,
with
thank
your
you for having me on. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't pull too many of your teeth out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just wild. It's my first meeting with this accountant. I'm just he doesn't know what's in store for him, I think.
How are you gonna explain that to him? Oh, I bought an ape, I traded it for a cow, and then
he's meant to be like a specialist in crypto. I don't know if he knows NFTs yet, but we'll see. Yeah.
What country are you in?
Zeneca, that would be a really interesting topic for you to talk about next time.
I plan to do eventually some sort of letter on tax, but it's difficult because every jurisdiction is different. But we'll see. I'm learning a lot now, so I don't really know what the deal is. But
what country are you in, Zeneca?
I'm in Germany, but I'm from Australia, and that's another question. Is where do I file? And there's a lot of questions at the moment.
Oh, you moved within a year?
No, we moved over a couple of years ago, but I kept my tax status in Australia because online poker, it's a gray area. It's a whole thing. It's
well, too bad you're not in the United States. There's a guy, I don't even know if he's in Squatch anymore. But he lives in Michigan with me, and he has a really good attitude about how to not pay taxes.
Yeah, actually, so I was talking to a friend a few days ago, and he's the one who recommended this accountant to me. And when we were talking, he was like, all right, I got two accountants that specialize in crypto. The first one is great. He'll find all the loopholes and get you the best deals. And the second one will keep you out of jail. Which one do you want? I was like, give me both numbers, and I'll talk to them both.
Yeah. I'd probably just hire both of them and work in the middle.
Yeah, I was going to talk to the one that knows all the loopholes and then take that information to the other one. But hiring them both makes sense as well. Anyway, I really do have to go because it's in 2 minutes.
All right,
now,
Zeneca.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
Thanks for coming out, man. Have a great night.
You too.
I'll tell you guys what my policy for 5 years investing in crypto has been with taxes is never pay taxes, but because I never cash out my crypto and then I'll have to deal with it.
I was going to say, is it true that if you don't cash out your crypto, then it's just sits?
I'm in Canada, just so you know, every country's different.
Right.
I consulted with my accountant. She said, if you're trading an ape for a dog, the way I interpret the rules in Canada are that you're not paying taxes unless you're converting that back to Canadian currency. And that's what I'm going with until somebody tells me I'm wrong.
Hey, I'll tell you guys what, I'm on a limited thing here with all my low power and everything. So for the giveaways tonight, I'm gonna give 5 roos away, and it's already in the thing, so nobody else will qualify.
I qualify?
No,
I'm joking.
The last 5 people that Swicky responded to get a free roo.
Nice.
Ooh, cool.
Yes. Love that.
I have to look through it, but I'm saying it's already cut off, so if she talks to you now, it doesn't count. But the last 5 people that she's talked to do get a free roo.
Guys, right now, one of you 5, 1 ETH for your roo. Right now.
Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen with these, but I will tell you guys what. I keep doing this. I don't want to talk about them all the whole time. I'm not here to show my own thing. But I will say my number one priority after the drop is to create a Street Fighter type boxing game with these roos. I don't know what platform I'm going to do it on or anything, but I mean, if you do, what's it called? Sandbox, they don't really have the technology yet to do that, do they?
No, Decentraland probably does.
Oh, do they?
You could throw your roo into Decentraland and it would look good. Decentraland is just it's not like Minecraft blocks, it's not like pixels. It's more video game.
Well, I want it to be interactive too, so you can mash your buttons and make them punch. That's what I want right off the bat. I don't even know where to go with it. I talk to people, I talk to devs from many different projects. But eventually what I want to do is I want to take it from that thing and make it like into a 3D thing on a whole new blockchain. I'm thinking about doing it with Nexus. I don't know if either of you know about Nexus, but you can buy that stuff for like super, super cheap. And they are going to become you'll know about this, Crypto Pop, that you're in crypto. Nexus is going to become the first decentralized exchange out there, I think. Nobody has it yet. Nobody has a decentralized exchange.
No, we
It's
do.
gonna be Nexus. No,
Uniswap.
they don't. Uniswap's the closest. No, but they're not an exchange. I'm talking about an entire, like a Binance, but decentralized. They are going to become the first Binance that's decentralized. That's what I'm saying.
How do you spell it? Because when I look Nexus, I get the Canadian Border Patrol stuff.
How do you spell it? I have it saved. Hold on.
I'll look it up.
No, it's
interesting.
Right
I'd love to see what it is that they have, because there's quite a few decentralized exchanges. But I'm sure they're doing something slightly different or big.
No,
big
they've been working on this forever. And here, just type this in right here. My buddy, he's been doing crypto for over 10 years now. Like this guy, he moved down to Florida like 10 years ago, and he basically financed the whole trip and the new house with Bitcoins like 10 years ago. And yeah, I mean, shit. And he actually created a whole page or a website that had signals of when to buy and sell altcoins. That was pretty damn accurate. So I don't know.
That's cool. I like that idea.
Well, he kind of got rid of it because he did this like I think 4 or 5 years ago, and then everything just went crash. Everything just crashed, so he kind of stopped. I mean, it wasn't worth his time anymore. But now everything has been back up in the last year or so. But this is like 5 years ago.
Okay, so here's I understand. Yeah, I understand what the difference is of what they're doing is versus Uniswap. So,
all right, tell me a difference.
What they're building is a decentralized internet, not just a decentralized exchange, which exists already with many different players in the space.
Wait, real quick, just before you say anything else. My understanding is they're building an entire network where every transaction you do is anonymous. So nothing can ever be tracked back to you or your wallet or your person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's huge. I think, right? I mean,
a big vision. For sure. This is
they've been working on it for 5 years now. They've been working on it for 5 years. My buddy actually had a whiteboard for this project, for the decentralized, like a Uniswap, but totally anonymous. But then he ran into these guys. He saw what they had. He's like, they already got it. I'm not going to do it because they already have a huge crew and everything. They already been setting up. But it's going to be big, dude. Look into it.
Yeah, this is like infrastructure level stuff, what they're trying to build. They're trying to build an infrastructure that everybody else leverages and builds dApps and exchanges on. Like this, the vision I see on their website is they want people to build exchanges on top of this decentralized infrastructure, like one layer down from a decentralized exchange. That's awesome, man. You know this guy?
No. I know the guy that told me about it. I mean,
okay. All right.
But the guy that told me about
it,
the guy that told me about it, he actually had, like, you know what a whiteboard is, right? It's a white paper before you publish the white paper.
Did we lose? Oh
no.
So it's
I think we lost.
There he is.
Oh, what happened?
We lost you.
Here?
We lost you
back
for a minute.
You're back.
Oh, shoot. So basically what this guy did, a whiteboard is what you have before you publish your white paper. That's the only difference.
Cool.
Anyway, all I know is you can right now go buy the tokens for this super cheap. And I already bought a bunch. I bought a bunch a few months ago. So not financial advice, but you might want to look into it.
Definitely.
All right, it's over an hour. I know she needs to go to bed. If if you want, Poppy, if you wanna pop on, I'll join your chat, your thing if you want to go tonight, or if not, I'm just gonna clean up all this no
Dude,
power.
you should honestly, you should get some rest and crush Rukru, man. Like, you're probably under the gun right now. Like, I can imagine. I cannot because I'm not in your position, but I can't imagine the pressure of being this close to launch.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. I spent the last 2 weeks, like, I might get fired. I don't know. Not really.
What? Let's not say that.
No, I'm not gonna get fired. I work for the federal government. They have to put me on probation and stuff first. But I have not been doing my job very well in the last 2 months. I'll just say that. And I've been sick too, but other stuff happened. And I'll say one thing. I have a great team behind me, and I really feel I feel good about this. So as soon as these devs, I'm just waiting for the devs to give me the thumbs up. I'm gonna do the launch, and hopefully it's Monday.
Well, we'll be there to support you.
Thank you very much. And
yeah,
if it is Monday, I'm gonna have a Twitter Spaces for every day until then. And the artist is gonna do an AMA, and he's actually going to like the day of the drop. The artist is gonna come online on a video, and he's gonna show everybody like all the steps he took. Like, what's really cool, I haven't really told everybody this, is he actually went through 250 of them individually and like basically handcrafted 250 of them on his own and made them have their own personality. Like, he did this for all of them pretty much, but 250 of them, he definitely put like extra emphasis into them. And that's pretty good for a project of 5,000.
Yeah.
Like, what's the only other project out there? Gutter Cats? They have 3, right?
They have 3K, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they spent that much time on any of them. Not hating them. Hey, I got Gutter Cats before anybody thinks that's FUD. But the art isn't like the most insane art I've seen.
It's average. It's good. Actually, I do like their art. I like their art a lot. I would just say the last thing I have to say about this is I put more effort into, or more of my time into these kangaroos than a lot of these projects I've seen in the last 2 months. Just me.
Yeah.
I'm not even an artist. I'm just the guy that matches up the names together and promotes. And I put more time into this project than the artist has been. He's put 60 hours for the last 3 weeks into it. 60 hours a week for the last 3 weeks into getting these, whatever I said, 2,800 images out. So I don't even know what else to say, man. I'm excited.
Well, we know you've been working really hard, so we've seen it too.
You can probably tell from my eyes. And what really sucks, my whole power went out, and it won't be back for 2 days. And I want to launch early next week. It's like, come on, man. Like, what's going on here?
It always happens that way.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get into any political, religious stuff right now, but I'm ready. That's all I have to say.
Well, if you're ready, we'll be here.
And do you guys have anything else you want to say or promote over here?
Just thanks.
I want to say for those that don't follow Swicky, follow her and make sure you go take a look at the photography that she put up today. Swicky, put up a link so that they can see it.
I think I did, but I'll put it up there.
She did.
And I had an amazing conversation with her. I had a great conversation with her last night that we recorded, and I'll be putting that out on my YouTube channel, Crypto Poppy on YouTube. Look for the 8th, and at Crypto Poppy 10 on Twitter. And you will get a lot more insight into the life of Swicky as well very soon. I've just got to do a little bit of editing so I can get it out.
Dude, check out
Thank you so much.
Too.
I got Moonbeams.
Yeah,
I'm a proud Moonbeam hodler.
Well, I'm just saying. Today I haven't had power, as I told you guys in Squanchland. I had not really bought an NFT since last Friday. I've been so busy with everything that my power went out. But I do know your moonbeams. Those are really cool. I love those.
Thanks.
You should post that. Oh, you
I
did.
did.
You
I posted. Yeah. So
Yeah, really. Yeah, I love those. I will check out your other stuff tomorrow. And
thanks.
on top of everything going on right now, I'm also my homeowners association president, and I had someone post on Facebook. I'm not even on Facebook, but my other officers told me like, "Hey, this lady's posting," and she posted like, "Why did any of you guys come up and show up to the city planning meeting about building a road through my or adding my road, whatever? I don't even know what it was." And I'm like, Jesus, like I don't have enough going on. I have to do this. So yeah, I had to spend like an hour doing that, going to Facebook, which I don't even go to ever. But yeah, it's been a great week, man. And woman. It's been a great week. It sucks. I'm just ready to just get done with this and move on. So Root Crew next week, not official. And I can't ask you for advice again anymore after those punk comics. I just can't.
I'm gonna replay it and put it on Twitter. I said this is not financial advice. This is passionate advice.
Man. But I did sell them that night that you told me that, and then they went up like 4 times the amount. Like
the question is not. Listen, the question is not the fact that you sold. It's what you did with that ETH. Is all that matters. I sold my last penguin at 1 ETH 2 days ago or yesterday. I can't remember.
Wait. Which we didn't even get into penguin wars. Which penguin?
The pudgies. The pudgies.
I had the parties.
Oh, you picked the wrong penguins.
I don't know. Aries bought one off me for 0.77 ETH like 2 days ago.
So listen, I bought them all up at 0.01. You can ask Cole. He thanked me for buying up his floor when nobody was buying up his floor. And I sold my last one at 1 ETH, and I don't care. Like, I don't, by the way, I usually...
1 ETH?
Yeah. But that's 100x, man. That's 100x from 0.01. Like, I'm happy. If it goes from 1 ETH to 2 ETH, that's 100% gain. Who cares?
That's the floor?
That's the floor, bro. 2.2 ETH.
If people are talking shit about Cole still,
that's the floor. So
I'm not gonna get into the whole Cole. No,
we're not getting into any of that. But what I was gonna say is
right now on Pudgies, for real. That's real.
Yes, that's real, and it's probably gonna keep going up at this point. But they've gone completely viral. They're basically the Dogecoin of NFTs.
Wait, you can't say that. You already said Alien Boy was the Dogecoin of NFTs.
I did?
On your show, yes.
Oh, I said I want them to be, but it didn't happen.
No, you said they were. No, you said they were. You said they were.
You're absolutely right. Community-wise, absolutely viral. But dude, what the Pudgy Penguins have done?
The exact same words that you just said about the Penguins.
I think the Pudgy Penguins have kind of achieved that, because what they did was they brought a whole net new people from TikTok into the space. People that don't even know what they're buying are buying penguins right now. And it's completely viral. Good for them, dude. Amazing job that they did. But back to the point was, it does not really matter when you sell. If you're in profits, you're in profits. And what matters is, how do you redeploy that ETH? What do you do with that ETH? And for me, right, like, would I buy something that's at 2.2 ETH that is literally 200x from the floor 3 days ago and take the risk of... No, Doge Pound. No, I'm not. I haven't touched those. I haven't gone anywhere near them. And they also have gone up. I think their floor was like a 1.5 ETH last time.
No.
Yeah, they were. Wait, Doge Pound.
Is that Crypto Babe?
Yes. Yeah, she was like a 1.5 ETH. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got one for free and I sold it.
I still got 2 of them, so I'm good.
But anyways, look, you can't, whatever, man. Like in this space, you get your profits, you take them, and you redeploy, or you keep your ETH safe too, which there's nothing wrong with that. So you're not gonna never sell the top, man, and whatever. And if you want to buy the bottom, buy some 0.01 stuff that you believe in, or at least that looks decent enough and has a good. Always look for the team, man. Like the reason I bought the Penguins at 0.01 is Cole. Like it had okay, so it has an influencer behind it. The art's cute. I'm not gonna say it's like extravagant art. I'll take Rukru art all day long. I didn't know they were gonna go viral. I was just buying something cheap that there's an influencer behind, and it doesn't take much to lift something from 0.01 to 0.1, which is a 10x. So that's why I buy lots of those because
it's great.
Whatever.
The same reason I bought in the RSOP and the pills, because I like
RSOP
projects.
Crypto Poppy likes. I'm so sorry, I have to hop off, but I had a really great time.
I have to go fill up the generator with some more gas.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, I'll have you both back on soon, hopefully.
Okay.
All right,
bye.
NFT God.
All right, bye-bye. Have a great night, everybody.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. Check it out. Peace.
Peace.